I think what everybody looks for is the obvious, right? I think you can look at a home and you can see where it looks like a botched job, where joints don't look good, they don't match up, where pieces of siding hang lower than others, where the siding's maybe rammed right on the roof line and it's kind of rotten away. It's funny, what I tell the customers, the toughest part about picking a contractor is the right contractor is going to do the stuff you can't see properly. And really the stuff that you can't see really drives what the end result's gonna look like. So when I talk about the stuff that you can't see, I'm talking about, when they do the tear off, are they replacing or repairing any wood rot that's on your home? Lots of companies don't want to tear off old rotted wood siding, they just want to go right over top of it. We prefer not to do that because, as you can imagine, there's a reason why that that siding's already rotten. It's full of moisture. It's full of insects. There's things going on in that's making it fail. And by covering that up and trapping it inside your wall, that, as you can imagine, that's just not a good design. So it's the little things that you can't see that you want to make sure when you're interviewing and you're talking to your contractor. If they don't hit on those types of things, then you know it's probably not important to them. I typically bore my customers talking about things like starter strips, flashing details, making sure that we tape our house wrap properly. If we're using a standard design house wrap, you want to make sure it's nailed or stapled, and then all the seams and joints are taped properly, and then you're sealed and taped around all the windows properly. We also offer membranes on the homes that stick, and they're applied kind of differently. Like I said, things like, are your roof line clearances proper? Silly things like measuring back and making sure that you're joining on stud. Lots of contractors will measure back and they'll just nail and then they just count back. But we make sure that we're actually nailing the product to stud. And different places in the home, depending on how they frame, that changes. So the contractors have to be checking that. So again, what I tell all our homeowners is, if the contractor's not talking to you about the stuff you don't necessarily get excited about, house wrap, flashings, taping around joints, making sure that we seal up things properly, then they're probably not doing the job right from the start, which means you're gonna tend to get things done improperly around touch-ups, around proper nailing on the wall, and your actual look of the job will actually look kind of rough. I tell people, if your job looks bad from the outside, I'd actually hate to see what's underneath it, because if they're not doing the part you can see right, I can guarantee they're not doing the part that you can't see right. So again, whether you use us here at All-Star or whether you use a different company, use companies that pride themselves on factory-trained installation, companies that pride themselves on the little details. They're going to break that out. They're going to include those details in their quotes, and ask them about it. Ask them what they do under the siding. Ask them if that's important. And if they tell you it's not, definitely find a contractor that says it is.